Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we bring you all the highlighted action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Louisiana Lottery, Jerry Lane Chevrolet, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Manda Fine Meat, Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals, Tobacco Free Living Community of Color Network, Care South Medical and Dental, and the Cardiovascular Institute of the South. Hello and welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we come to you each week from Southern Kofi, right here in the heart of Scotlandville. You can catch us right across from Swan Street. And of course, Southern Kofi has a bunch of great things like smoothies, sandwiches, and a big old salad bar if you want to get your healthy eats on. We come to you about 6 times a week on TV. You can see the times there on the graphic, and you can catch us at your convenience on our social channels, including our YouTube channel. Coach Dooley, tough loss for the Jaguars. We go down to the J-State Tigers for our first of 6 home games this season. And my biggest takeaway, 7 turnovers are killing us. What's the fix to stop the turnovers?
Well, when you look at the turnovers, they're timely turnovers. But I thought the biggest thing of this game right here is just the missed tackling. We got to be able to do a better job when you were talking about tackling football. We have much better defense, and we'll correct that. But the turnovers are some things that we cannot allow. And it's only one, it's so easy to take a look at the quarterback. Quarterback is easy. But when you know football, it's not just the quarterback that's making a mistake where turnovers are being created.
You mentioned the quarterback. J.R. Blood is responsible for 6 of those turnovers. What is the plan? Is the plan to get some of your other QBs some time or continue to go with Blood?
But why? You say he's responsible for 6 turnovers. You had 2 tip balls, fumble balls by the receiver that was an interception, and then you had 2 fumbles that created protection. So that's why I always look at the whole scheme of things. Is he just turning the ball over and being careless with the football, or is there other parts of that's messing it up, that's allowed him to have turnovers? So it's more than just him. When you take a look at the whole scheme of it, he may have had 2 turnovers.
Well, there you have it from the coach. We're going to jump into those highlights from the first half of the J-State 2023 game. And here you see Whitfield's going to take it for 11.
Got off to a great start right there. Had a chance to continue the momentum. Good thing by the officials was able to correct that call.
Yep. You see J-State moving the rock. We get the ball back. Great pass right there. Good catch. And then, boom, another great pass.
When you take a look at him, he's delivering the ball well. When he has time in the pocket, he's delivering the football and doing the things he has to do. Sometimes we do understand there's 11 parts that have to play a piece of it. So some things we got to do to correct it and make it a much better situation for us.
Both of those were to Quarles. On the touchdown, though, it was to August Pete. Good to hear his name, Coach.
Absolutely. He's finally getting back to where he's healthy and ready and able to contribute.
And here you see the J-State Tigers. They come right back and tie it up on a Moultrie touchdown. Here you see the Jaguars moving. Blood using his feet, gets rid of the rock. He hits Allen right there. We end up punting. J-State comes back, shakes our DB, and he's off to the races, Coach.
Yeah, disappointed right there. We got to use the sideline as our extra guy and close it off and get that opportunity.
Incredible catch and hold on to the ball on that hit, Coach, by your receiver.
Absolutely. Again, not just to continue to talk about it, but he's distributing the football. When the young man gets time, he can throw the football with the best of them right here. Safety right here, I contribute this here too. We got to be able to run the football. Everybody playing back in coverage on us right now.
Unfortunately, you saw the INT in the red zone. Here we are, a great catch and a great opportunity to move the ball. And there you see it. No good on the field goal try. Halftime in A.W. Mumford Stadium. When we come back, we're going to look at the second half highlights on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
New Orleans Saints scratch off. Play New Orleans Saints from the lottery. Just scratch, fold, and punch your way to winnings. Punch your ticket with New Orleans Saints. Win up to $100,000. Enter our second chance drawings, giving you a season to smile.
Lemonade, would you like some lemonade?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck!
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change!
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, we're down 13-7 at the half. What do you tell the guys to get them ready to come out for the second quarter?
Well, first of all, we know that our defense is taking the field, and we feel that's the strength of our team right now. So we feel they can go out and get them 3 and out, and we get the ball and score it and take the lead. Unfortunately, we didn't get an opportunity, but we know it's a 60-minute game. We got 30 minutes to defend our home, and we got to come out and we got to fight.
Coach, what's the plan to get those running backs unleashed? We got some great running backs coming out the backfield, and I think Rhymes has about a 50-yard game, but we're waiting to see Dylan really get on track. You got Quarles also. You got a hell of a running back room, to be honest. What's the plan to get the running game on track?
Well, we kind of held Dylan. He had an ankle sprain that we felt we had to hold him, so he didn't really play. Okay. But it's going to start up front. I don't care what running back you have back there in the room. It starts with that front 5. You got to be able to create the holes for those guys, and those guys will do that. They understand what we have to do in order to have a good running game.
Okay. Well, let's jump into those second half highlights from the J-State game at A.W. Mumford Stadium. And here you have it. Here you see the quarterback. Nice tip drill. Unfortunately, the J-State player caught it.
Absolutely. Had it most of the time. We'll get that ball right there. It didn't fall our way, though.
Good tackle by Judson right there, Coach.
Yeah, actually, that was Jordan Carter came up and made a punishing blow right there.
Good open field tackle by your defensive back. Unfortunately, they get into the end zone. J-State is up at this juncture, 20-7. There you see Rhymes putting his feet to use for 17. Then Rhymes comes back for 6. Unfortunately, we punt. J-State's got the ball. Good tackles by Williams and Cotton.
Absolutely.
Then you see Brown gets sacked by Miles. We get the ball back. Great catch right there by Allen. And Petru's going to get in on the act and get him 10 yards. Then Allen gets him a 30-yarder. Good catch and run. And then we're going to take it into the end zone right here, Coach.
Great run by Kendrick Rhymes right there. Line did a good job firing off and giving him the opportunity.
Kendrick seems to be able to have a nose for the touchdown, Coach.
He does. He's an explosive running back. He can catch it. He can run it. Does a great job for us.
Unfortunately, on a reverse, they took his 75 yards around, made a touchdown. 27-14 at this juncture. Here, you saw Blood fumble the ball. J-State's ball back. Good tackle by Harry and Lyles to stop a touchdown right here, Coach.
Absolutely. Got a chance to stop those guys from scoring it.
You see the Jaguars trying to move the ball. Unfortunately, missed tip drill.
Yeah,
J-State ball. Ball game, 27-14, J-State. Next up, the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Eric Dooley.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the Capital Region at cardio.com.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we come to you each week from Southern Coffee in the heart of Scotlandville. You come in and get you a sandwich, a salad, a smoothie if you're trying to keep it healthy, or some good coffee if you need some caffeine in your system. Come check out Horatio and Southern Coffee. Coach, each week in this segment, we have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. Who were the players of the week in the J-State game on offense, defense, and special teams?
Offensively, it would have to be Kendrick Grimes. I think the young man ran the football well. He had about 7 receptions, so he did a great job on the offensive side. When you talk about defense, you got to look at Taj Brown. Taj Brown played a great football game. I mean, he was in the backfield most of the time, made some key sacks, some key tackles. And then when you talk about special teams, you got to look at Robins. I thought he punted the ball well. I thought he flipped the field a lot of times that the offense put us in a bad situation, but he was able to flip the field and get some great punts.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen, on your Player of the Week awards. Coach, after the game, we had a chance to catch up with a few players, and Joe Dupree filed this report.
Well, Todd, I'm here with Kendrick Grimes, and not the way we wanted the Pete Richardson Classic to end as we lose to Jackson State, but you were a bright light tonight, 3 touches for over 50 yards, 1 touchdown. What can we do to start instituting a better run game? Talk to me.
We just gonna come in tomorrow and dial it up on the playbook, and we gonna get in the film, and we gonna see what we can do better, and we gonna execute it to the best of our ability, and you'll see what them Jags, what we rolling with.
Our next big opponent will be the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Will we be ready for that one?
Most definitely. We hungry. We hungry. So come with it.
Todd, I'm here with Jalen Howard, and Jalen, the rough loss tonight to the Jackson State Tigers, but you did quite well. Over 4 catches, over 50 yards. What do we do to improve on our mistakes?
We just go back to practice on the drawing board and execute everything
that Coach asked us to do.
That's a good one. Next big opponent coming up here at Mumford, we're going to be taking on the Bulldogs from A&M. Tell me, when you look at the offense, does our offense really have what it takes to be a top-of-the-line offense here in the SWAC?
Our offense has more than what it takes. For every position on the field, running backs, O-line, quarterback, receivers, we got all what it takes. I'm here with Jalen Campbell. And Jalen, I know the defense stayed out there a long time. We actually made a lot of mistakes that made you stay out there a long time. You had 15 tackles. You were on a defensive tear. Talk to me about what the defense has to do better to contain quarterbacks and make it that they get the 3 and outs and we can win these games.
We just gotta make tackles, make adjustments. We gotta come in tomorrow, come hard, and watch the film, and swallow them hard pills that we're not as good as we think we are. So we gotta get better. Tomorrow, we're starting tomorrow. I can't even wait. I'm probably barely gonna sleep tonight. So we're gonna come back tomorrow and just fix everything we need to get ready for A&M.
A&M is our next opponent. Now the defense has been looking good. I know that you're tired of being on the field so much. Outside of the turnovers, how can we be a little more consistent in our tackling? Because you're tackling, but you can't be the only one out there tackling.
Yes, sir. It's just like I said, we gotta make better tackles, not get out leveraged, and we was out, like you said, we was out on the field a long time, and that's because we missed a lot of tackles, including myself. So, and coverage bust. So we gotta fix those things and look at the film and see what we went wrong tonight, because we obviously want the better team.
You heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
All right, thank you, Jalen, and Kendrick. Congrats. All right, when we come back, we're going to look ahead to our next home game, our second home game of the season against the Alabama A&M Bulldogs this Saturday. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jared Dooley.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck.
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change now!
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Hit your way to winnings with Blackjack from the lottery. Win up to $2,100. Take a walk on the wild side with Wild 10s. You could win up to $14,000. The stars are out tonight with Bonus Star Bonanza. Top prize is a star-studded $30,000. Pick up all 3 tickets today. The Louisiana Lottery, giving you a reason to smile.
Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jared Dooley. Coach, this Saturday, Alabama A&M Bulldogs pay a visit to A.W. Mumford for our second home game. They're coming off a 51-13 win over Lane College, and they stand 1-1 on the season. What does Coach Connell Maynard and the Bulldogs like to do on the offensive side of the ball, Coach?
Well, it's uncharacteristic of Coach Maynard. He was a former quarterback, and he liked to throw the ball around. when we guys can remember Quill Glass when he was throwing it all over the place. But right now he got a couple of transfers in it, and he has changed. He's running the football, so we're going to have to stop the bleeding. Of course, Jackson State had a couple of guys they rushed for a lot of yards when you talk about the rushing attack. So this is a copycat league, there's no question about it. They saw that Jackson State had some success running the football, and that's what he wanted to do, be able to run the football. He got two big backs, so we look for them to try to run the football.
How about on the defensive side of the ball? What do the Bulldogs like to do? What's their scheme? They're
big, and they got a lot of transfers on that side of the ball. He brought in maybe over 30 plus transfers. He got a lot of depth. Some of those guys are returning, but they're big and they're fast. So, of course, they want to be able to stop the running as well as control the passing game.
Coach, got a little time this week to really get with your boys and talk about get back to fundamentals. We 2 games in. What's the focus this week for the Jaguars? I know you got to enact the game plan, but fundamental football, is that a part of what you got on the agenda?
We just got to play our brand of football. I think we've done everything else except play Jaguar football, and that just play fast and physical and play for 60 minutes. We haven't put a complete game together. We haven't put even half a game together to do the things that we are capable of doing. So now I just go out and carry out our assignments and play Jaguar football.
Well, there you have it from the coach. That's what you can expect this Saturday against the Bulldogs. Stay with us as we come back for the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette, is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the Capital Region at cardio.com.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At CareSouth, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, 2 games in, got to ask you, how's our injury report? We staying pretty healthy?
We're pretty good right there. Got some of the bumps and bruises, which is to be expected when you're talking about you played 2 football games. No one right now at this point is 100%, but I like where we are. Got a couple of guys that we got to get back to this game right here, but I feel comfortable knowing that we should have everyone.
Coach, you got some new coaches on the staff this year. Have you been pretty happy with their productivity?
Yeah, I wasn't concerned about that. You're talking about some experienced guys that's been around. They understand what it takes to win football games. They understand what it takes to prepare a football team. So I knew going in with those guys what to expect. I tell guys all the time, every day of your life you're on an interview. So I knew what I was getting. Now we just got to make sure we put forward the effort now and that play as a team and bring what everybody wants, what I'm looking for too, a victory.
Coach, of course, when you came in, looking for 30, 40 points a game. I know you're still waiting for that breakout game where your offense is flourishing and doing that. A lot of that's predicated on 30, 40 yards downfield. I know you're looking for that. How do you accomplish that? By throwing more or doing more of a run-pass balance?
Well, I think you got to have the feel of the game, the floor of the game, and understand what they're doing. A lot of times, a lot of folks like to say, take what the defense give you. I just think you got to make the defense respond to who you are and what you do. And I think the guys are working at that. Some things we got to tweak a little bit to make it better, and I think our guys will be successful moving forward.
Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, you've been getting some pretty good play. They've been on the field a little long, but I think I've liked what I've seen on defense. Do you plan to rush your backers and your defensive end some more, or you plan to drop them and protect against the pass more?
Well, we're going to be who we are. I know Coach Miller is an aggressive style defensive coordinator, so he's going to do what he does. That's best. We know when to send those guys and when not to send those guys. I think thus far he's done a great job with those guys. Now we just got to make sure we execute. It's come down to blocking and tackling, which football has always been.
Coach, one of the things that's always exciting about Southern football is you usually have a dynamic return guy looking for somebody to catch a punt or a kickoff and take it back to the house. Do we have that this year on the team?
We do. I thought Whitfield was a block away from taking one back. He received the ball within the 5-yard line and took it back to the plus 40. Unfortunately, we had a bad block in the back that really wouldn't even establish in the play. So we have those guys. We got more than one, and we feel real comfortable about those guys. We just got to be able to get it, and of course it's going to take those other 10 guys blocking as well.
Well, there you have it from the coach. A good look at all three sides of the football. Of course, we want to invite you to get some tickets and be in A.W. Mumford Stadium. Incredible scene for the J-State game, a sellout. And of course, A.W. Mumford has a new LED light show that you really ought to see. The entertainment value in A.W. Mumford has gone up 100% with the lights and the band, et cetera, et cetera. So you can get your tickets at 225-771-3171 on the phone. And of course, you can always go to the ticket office, which is actually located in the service entrance of the Mini Dome. Of course, this year, got to let you know, Jaguar Nation football fans, you have two ticket options. You have the electronic ticket option, the digital ticket option, where you can actually take your phone to the ticket takers and you can pull up your ticket and get in the game, or you can get the hard ticket and the traditional hard ticket and get in the game. So Southern Athletics has stepped up its game with digital tickets, and I know for some people it's a challenge if you don't do that on a regular basis. So just kind of giving you the idea that those are the options there. So get you some tickets, be in A.W. Mumford Stadium to root on the Jags versus the Alabama State Bulldogs. As always, go Jags!